All right, let's talk about one of the biggest headaches for any trader out there, total chart chaos. We're going to show you how to cut through all that noise and trade with just pure clarity. It's all about a super powerful, clean technique called price action. So let's dive right in.
So, does your trading screen look something like this? A total mess of confusing lines and indicators? Look, if it does, you're definitely not alone. It's so easy to get analysis paralysis from all this. You're just too overwhelmed to make a solid call. But what if I told you there's a way to trade, and trade well, with a chart that's, well, way cleaner than this?
And that, my friends, is where the magic of price action comes in. See, most of those indicators, they're looking in the rearview mirror. They're calculated using old price data, which means they're always a step behind the market. They lag. But price action, well, that's all about what's happening right now. You're learning to trade what you can actually see, not what some slow formula is telling you. It's just so much simpler, more intuitive, and honestly, fast.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by trading without the noise. Then we'll cover the 4 core components you absolutely have to know. After that, we'll build a simple 5-step strategy, see it in action, and finally, we'll talk about how to read the market story. Sound good? Let's go.
All right, Section 1, trading without the noise. So what does it actually mean to get rid of all that clutter? Let's break down what price action really is.
You know, the best way to think about price action is like you're learning to read the market's secret language. Every single move, whether it's up or down, is like a little clue, a footprint left behind by buyers and sellers. And if you focus just on those footprints, you start to see the real story of the market without all those distracting, noisy indicators getting in the way.
So why should you care? Why is this so powerful? Well, for one, clean charts mean less confusion. That leads to faster, more confident decisions. You're not guessing, you're reacting to the market in real time. And here's the best part, because this is all based on human psychology. You know, good old fear and greed. It works on any market. We're talking crypto, stocks, Forex, you name it. Okay, moving on to our 4 core components. Think of this as your price action toolkit. These are the 4 essential things that are going to form the foundation of your entire trading strategy. First up, and probably the most important tool in the box, is support and resistance. These are basically the key battlegrounds on your chart. This is where buyers and sellers are constantly duking it out for control.
The easiest way to get this is to think of support as a floor. It's a price level that the market has trouble breaking below. Why? Because that's where buyers see a good deal and jump in. And resistance? Well, that's the ceiling. Price struggles to push through it because sellers take control and push it back down. Just spotting these floors and ceilings is your first big job.
And the strategy here is just beautifully simple. Rule 1, we're looking to buy when the price comes down to a strong floor, a strong support level. Rule 2, we look to sell when the price goes up to a strong ceiling, a strong resistance level. That's it. Buy at the floor, sell at the ceiling.
Okay, tool number 2 in our kit, trend analysis. Look, markets almost never move in a straight line, right? They move in waves. And your job as a trader is to figure out how to ride those waves, not get crushed by them.
So what are we looking for? In an uptrend, you'll see this clear pattern of higher highs and higher lows. It's like the price is walking up a set of stairs. That's a huge sign of bullish momentum. And a downtrend, it's the exact opposite, a series of lower highs and lower lows, like it's walking down the stairs. Spotting which way the stairs are going is, well, it's absolutely crucial.
And this brings us to what is maybe the #1 golden rule of trading. The trend is your friend. Seriously, tattoo that on your brain. In an uptrend, we look to buy the dips, those little pullbacks to support. In a downtrend, we want to sell the rallies, the bounces up to resistance. It's really that simple, but man, is it powerful.
All right, let's zoom in a little bit with our third tool, candlestick patterns. Think of these as little signals. These individual candles can give you some amazing real-time clues about what might happen next, especially when they show up at our key levels. So here are a few of the big ones. You've got the pin bar. That long tail or wick is basically showing a powerful rejection. It's like the market tried to go somewhere and a door got slammed in its face. Then there's the bullish engulfing pattern. That's when a big green candle completely swallows the last red one. It's a huge tell that the buyers just took complete control. And the inside bar, that shows indecision, you know? Like the market is just taking a quick breath before it makes its next big move. These are the patterns you're looking for as entry signals.
And for our last tool, let's talk about those times when the market just makes a big explosive move. That's breakout trading.
This is when the price doesn't just tap one of our levels and turn around. No, it smashes right through it. And that's a huge signal that a powerful new move has just started.
So with breakouts, you're trying to jump on that new wave of momentum. But, and this is a big but, you have to be careful. You absolutely need confirmation. You're looking for a strong, confident candle that closes way past the level. And ideally, you see a big spike in volume too. That's what tells you this move is for real.
Okay, so we have our 4 essential tools. The big question now is, how do we put it all together into a plan we can actually use over and over again? Well, let's build your 5-step blueprint right now.
Here it is, the whole thing in 5 simple steps. 1, you mark your support and resistance levels. 2, you identify the overall trend. 3, you patiently wait for a candlestick signal to give you the green light. 4, you take your entry, either buying or selling. And 5, maybe the most important step of all, you set your stop loss and your profit targets to manage your risk. See, it's just a simple, logical checklist.
All right, section 4, price action in action. Look, theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. Let's walk through this 5-step strategy with a simple Bitcoin trade example.
Okay, let's look at this Bitcoin trade. So, step 1, we identify a key level. In this case, a big support zone around $40,000. Step 2, we check the trend. Let's say it's an uptrend. So, step 3, we wait. And what happens? Price pulls back right to our level and forms this perfect bullish pin bar. Boom! That's our confirmation signal. So for step 4, we place a buy order. And finally, step 5, we set our stop loss just a bit below that support, say at 39.7, and we aim for the next resistance level as our target, maybe around 41,000. See how we just checked off every box on our plan? So simple. Okay, let's wrap this up by reading the market story. I really want you to walk away with something more than just a strategy today. Because price action, it isn't just a set of rules. It's a whole new way of looking at the market.
And really, this is the heart of the whole thing. What you're learning to do is read the raw, unfiltered story of the market. It's a story about the constant battle between buyers and sellers, about fear and about greed. It's a story that's told in the pure language of price. And now you know how to speak that language.
So, the next time you open up a chart, I want you to do me a favor. Clear off all those indicators. Just get rid of them and ask yourself one simple question. Now that I have the tools, what story is the price telling me? You've got everything you need to understand it. Now go out there and start listening.